Those are all the top headlines that we are tracking this Monday morning. But let's put the spotlight on Enviro Infra Engineers. The management is now joining us. The MD of the company, Manish Jain, who is in conversation here with us on ET Now. Mr. Jain, morning. Ashesha this side. Thank you for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now. And first up, let's talk about the big order win. Last week, you did inform the exchanges that you've won an order worth about 207 crore rupees. If you can take us through some more details, when will this translate into your financials and any other big order win that is in the pipeline that makes the outlook on the company more bullish?
So good morning and thanks for having me on your program. This 207 crore order book that we won last week, it is from the wind EPC sector. We have acquired one of the wind EPC companies, which is Suyog Urja Limited. So Suyog Urja Limited is basically into the wind EPC segment. So it is one of the wind EPC projects of 100 megawatt for which we have won this order. The work on this particular project has already started and we expect a significant portion to be completed within the current financial year itself.
Okay,
Going forward, basically, we are into now the two segments. One is our primary segment, which is water and wastewater treatment. And the other one is renewable, wherein we have integrated ourselves along solar, BESS and wind EPC. So both the segments are really exciting and a lot of work is happening, lot of demand is there, and we are expecting some good order wins in future as well.
Okay, so that sounds good and we'll be watching out for that. Mr. Jain, thank you so much for your time. Let's talk about the way Q4 has shaped up for you. Now, I understand the kind of guidance that you had given, 35% growth for your top line. You've not been able to meet that because you were in the rebidding process. Lots of projects are still in the designing phase versus the execution phase. But talk to us about what the outlook is for FY27 and what kind of revenue growth on the year-on-year basis we can expect for FY27.
First of all, we should look into the entire year and how the things had moved in the last financial year. At the start, as on 1st of April 2025, we were having an order book of 1200 crore rupees. We were having a very healthy bid pipeline at that point of time, and we expected a good conversion rate. The conversion rate has happened. However, the evaluation process was a bit slow, due to which this conversion has come a bit slow in the entire financial year. Apart from this, some of the projects which we won, so those projects remain in the designing stages. So we have missed on the top line what we guided for FY26. Still, if we see the total top line that we have achieved is 1145 odd crores. And if we see as a percentage of conversion in comparison to the order book that was available at the start of the financial year, it is more than 95%. Presently, the order book of the company is in the range of around 4,600 crores. So if we are looking for a revenue of around 2,000 crore, that says the conversion is somewhere around 45%. So it is quite possible, even in the time when we are facing some global challenges, this Western disturbance is there, still we can expect this 2,000 crore revenue, which can be easily achievable. And we have also lowered our PAT margin guidance slightly because of the increase in the prices and the renewable segment, where the profitability will be slightly lower in comparison to the profitability in the water and wastewater treatment segment. So we expect 270 to 280 crore to be the bottom line of the company for FY27.
Talk about the bottom line and the fact that commodity prices have remained elevated, which is why you've gone ahead and lowered your PAT guidance. But 2,000 crore, that's the guidance that you spoke about on the revenue front. And you did tell us that FY26 was weak on account of some projects being in designing stage and perhaps rebidding for some had happened. So the 2,000 crore guidance is basis that all of those projects which could not fructify in FY25 will now flow into FY26. Are we getting it right?
Yeah, 100% right. Since the projects are now in the moment stage and whatever we are projecting in terms of revenue right now, it is based on the current order book position. So the order book which will get accumulated over the period. So its impact or its top line impact can be taken up in the further financial years. So 2000 crore is a conservative level which we expect it is easily achievable within FY27.
Okay, and Mr. Jain, what will your capex be for FY27? Any number you can help us with?
We are not going to be capex heavy at all. In renewable segment as well, the projects that we have won, it is somewhere around 1000 crore from NTPC, which is an EPC. Another this wind EPC project. So there are hardly, I'll say 200, 250 odd crore projects, which are IPP projects. And there are some HEM projects which are going on in Enviro directly. So on the capex side, if I say it can be the term loan that we will take up, and the debt to equity should not cross 0.5 in FY27 also.
Also wanted to get a sense on commodity prices. You said that you have lowered your PAT margin guidance because of higher commodity prices on account of West Asia crisis. Now, if at all the war were to continue for some more time, do you think there is downside risk to the margin estimate that you've given for the full year?
We have given EBITDA margin guidance in the past years in the range of 22 to 24%. Currently, we are maintaining our guidance in the range of 21 to 22%. So we have tried to take up the impact which we can have during the entire financial year. If the situation gets stabilized and the things move on easily, then in terms of revenue and in terms of PAT, the profitability may get increased slightly. But the downside risk to the maximum extent we have tried to cover up.
Understood. And Mr. Jain, I was just looking at your PAT guidance. You've clocked in 188 crores of net profit in FY26 and you're guiding for anywhere between 270 and 280 crores. That's automatically a 50% jump on a year-on-year basis in your profitability. Can you help us understand what is driving this confidence and what would be some levers or which segments are going to lead to this kind of jump in your profitability?
Right from the start, we have maintained CAGR growth somewhere in the range of 35%. Though we have missed that guidance in the last financial year, in the current financial year, we are maintaining our level of growth to the extent that the CAGR growth for the 2 years since FY25 to FY27 that will be maintained. It is all driven by the order book position that we have and the conservative conversion rate that we expect. And based on that, the profitability in the renewable segment, the profitability in the water and wastewater treatment segment, and slightly lowering the guidance due to the war impact. After taking all these into account, this is the figure at which we have been able to achieve. We have been able to reach.
And Mr. Jain, you also spoke about renewable energy and that you're focusing more on that segment. What is the revenue visibility and the margin profile that you're working with at this point in time, and what's the outlook going forward?
Visibility wise, we are looking into both the segments equally. Water and wastewater treatment segment in itself is one of the most exciting segment in India, since it is 16% of the population which India contributes globally, and it is hardly 4% of the water which is available. So there is a lot of pressure on the water which is available, and then this availability of water to the industry, reuse projects, ZLD projects, desalination, then we come into that segment of sewage treatment plants, the plants which are required to be upgraded. So there is a lot of traction which is available in this segment. We have tried to integrate ourselves along with water into renewables as well. So both the segments will drive the growth in Enviro Infra. We are looking forward to a top line of somewhere around 650 odd crores in the current financial year from renewable sector, and somewhere around 1350 should be the revenue from the water and wastewater treatment segment.
Understood. Mr. Jain, thank you so much for your time today. It was so nice to be speaking with you. Thanks for sharing with us your outlook for FY27 and good luck for the quarters to come.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Okay, viewers, that was the management of Enviro Infra Engineers talking to us about what lies ahead and the guidance for FY27. On that note, we'll slip into a very short break. On the other side, we'll keep the corporate conversations going. We'll be joined by the management of Badgel project, so stay tuned and we'll be right back.